So, welcome to Flags of Change, and where we explore how powerful symbols born from one individual can kind of blossom into something that's really impactful. And today we're turning our focus to something very interesting, the Earth Day flag. So, thank you for joining us, Heather.
Hi, good morning.
So, and I was just commenting on your shirt. I think this whole topic is really exciting. For what's going on. And to start with the flag, the Earth Day flag, it feels very different from most flags in that, it's not abstract, it's not symbol, it's an actual image. And what makes this design so powerful?
Yeah, I think it's exciting too. And the very first flag of Earth, or Earth flag, had a 1969 Apollo 10 photo on it. And the version of it that we know today has a 1972 Apollo 17 photo on it that is commonly known as the blue marble. And while there were some earlier images of Earth, the blue marble is one of the most reproduced photos of all time. And the way the light was hitting the Earth, the atmospheric conditions on the planet, the perspective of the continents that we could see, it really made the composition reminiscent of a floating marble. And it was incredibly powerful to have people go out and be able to share back this type of vantage point of the planet through this photograph.
Well, for many people, it was the first time they saw the planet as a whole. It kind of put things into perspective, right, Heather? I mean, it was all of a sudden, things aren't so big. And this little blue marble that we're riding on in space is kind of important. We ought to be thinking about things like water, environment, and all the things that we recognize Earth Day for.
Aside from being able to see Earth from this new perspective, a lot was happening on Earth at the time. Rachel Carson published Silent Spring in 1962, which really sounded the alarm on the ecological disaster of pesticide use. You've got the Cold War, you've got the Vietnam War happening. And so this image provided a perspective shift. It allowed people to see the fragility of Earth, and it also allowed us to see Earth as a shared planet as opposed to individual nation states.
Oh, Earth Day for me, when I was a kid, I'd go swimming in what was the Fox River, where I come from, and it had PCBs, and it was, you could almost walk on it, but we didn't care. We didn't know.
Yeah.
And then I believe it was a senator from Wisconsin who actually helped create Earth Day. And from that point, just that flag and that recognition, how much progress have we made, Heather?
Oh, sure.
In regards to improving our little blue marble.
Yeah. The flag was designed by John McConnell, and at the time he was a peace advocate, he was an environmental activist, and he proposed the first Earth Day at a 1969 UNESCO conference. And from there, U.S. Senator Gaylord Nelson picks it up, launches a Taoiseach initiative on environmental reform that leads to the first Earth Day in early 1970. And then later that year, the EPA is founded. So this flag's symbolic imagery allowed people to rally behind it and really move into concrete action addressing some of the challenges of time and shift us on a better course.
Well, I can say this with confidence as someone who sells flags. This is not something that's widely flown, but yet, it's a symbol that it might be the most relatable flag in the world. Well, why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think flags are very often used by people to share their values, their identity, their brand, their sense of place. So, maybe you're flying the U.S. flag for Team USA at the Olympics, or maybe you're a North Carolinian trying to represent your county and your preferred style of barbecue, or Liz, maybe you're a Tar Heel trying to represent during March Madness. We don't necessarily identify ourselves as Earthlings that need to fly our Earth colors in competition with other planets like Mars, right? And then on top of that, the Apollo program ended in 1972. And so we stopped getting back these people-made images and perspectives that allowed us to see Earth from that zoomed out distance that really gave us the sense of all about our planet.
Yeah, I definitely think there's something to, obviously we have like robots and things that can take that picture, but there's something to it. A person actually, was there and took that picture. If the Earth Day flag represents this, shared responsibility and shared place, do you think that this symbols like this still have the power to unite people today.
As a matter of fact, as we record, there are 4 astronauts on their way back on an Artemis mission from the far side of the moon. And we are seeing images akin to these Earthrise or blue marble images of the Apollo era all over again for the first time in 50 or 60 years. And yeah, sure, we've got some incredible uncrewed technology out there in deep space sending back some photos. But there's nothing quite like the poetry of other humans out there reminding us where our home is in the vastness of space and our connectedness because of that blue marble.
I'm a big space fan. This has been a great week. It really has. But you're right. Having a human take that picture rather than a robot makes all the difference in the world. And it's a message that is universal. We really don't need words for it. The picture says it all. Yeah. So I'm not sure if there's another flag out there that is so simplistic, really, that offers the same message. And maybe we'll use something from Artemis, that mission. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, happy Earth Day. Thank you for joining us, Heather. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to share this flag with you all.